I mean, I think he brings that real leadership, but in a way where it includes everyone.
Well, Jon, what are your first thoughts on Nigel Pearson deciding to stay on permanently as Bristol City manager?
Yeah, delighted that he's decided to join us. It's been a real positive. He's not exactly what his persona would have been before he arrived, I think, as well, which is fair to say. A real breath of fresh air. Open, collaborative. And he's got great experience and history in previous clubs as well. So it's a real chance for us to take a period of time and a good step forward. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Obviously, he was brought in on like an interim basis, but from the off, Nigel always seemed keen to want to stay here long term. Was that a little bit of your thought process as well at the time? Did you think that this might turn into something longer?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's we were lucky to be in that situation where we had someone who would have been one of our top candidates anyway, who could come in the short term. So you get to find out what each other's really like before you make a commitment to go forward together as a collective. So it's been really positive. Obviously on the pitch hasn't been exactly what we would have wanted, neither what he wanted, but there's circumstance around that. So everything else is really positive. So I'm really pleased.
I was going to ask you about the form, because Nigel sort of alluded to that himself. It has been a disappointing second half and end of the season. So what gives you that encouragement that there will be change under Nigel?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a disappointing season as a whole. It's been a hard watch, which is it's upsetting because people are stuck at home. It's been a hard time for everyone, and we haven't been able to cheer them up. And we exist for the fans. So when you can't fulfil that basic function of giving them something to get behind and get excited about, it's a pretty down time. So look, we apologise for that. There's various reasons behind it, and all we're trying to do is put ourselves in the best possible position to give them something to cheer about when they're allowed back in. And look, I can't wait to see them again, because football's rubbish without the fans. It's better than no football at all, but you've been sat there in the stands. It's rubbish, and different for different players as well. It's different things motivate different players, and certainly the fans not being there has had an impact. It's the same for everyone, but we've certainly felt it, and I just can't wait to get going again with some kind of normality.
Yeah, you're right. When you walk into the press seat, that roar as soon as you get to your seat is something we're all looking forward to. And obviously fans are going to be looking forward to seeing Nigel on the touchline for the first time. How important is it, for them to know that we've got this manager situation sorted and not to have let it linger into the summer?
Yeah, I think it's important for everyone. You want to know where you stand, where you're going, what you're looking to achieve, and that kind of certainty is important for everybody. I think it's when you talk about the circumstance behind what's going on at the moment, we've got a lot of players out of contract and everything else. So in that sense, we have a real opportunity to shape it going into next season. Obviously, a lot of good players coming back from injury as well. So there's plenty to look forward to in that respect. But it's great to have the certainty behind who's going to help lead that way. And yeah, we're all pleased as a collective for that.
You've obviously got to know Nigel a little bit. What has he brought to Bristol City so far, and what do you think he will add going further forward?
I mean, I think he brings that real leadership. But in a way where it includes everyone. So, we're sat in the high performance centre, and we've got everything we need in place in terms of facility wise to start pushing forward. So now it's all about having the right people with the right leadership doing the right things, and then there's nothing standing in the way. So that's not an easy thing to get going in that sense, but you've got all the tools you need to start from. So that's the exciting bit for me, really, is you've got someone who's good at galvanising the people you've got. We can get a real collective and some momentum going forward, and then it's an exciting project for us all to be a part of. So I'm really looking forward to it.
What excites you maybe the most about this permanent appointment?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the things we've discussed. I think you've got a shared vision, which is key. You want someone who has the same or a similar thought process as you as to what's important and how to do things, and then also someone who has the experience and the know-how to implement it, and is someone that people will follow in terms of that leadership. So, no, I think it's really important, and that's what excites me the most is that you can see. Yes, at the moment, I mean, if you're a fan watching the games, your results aren't quite there. But also, I don't think it would take a huge amount to get what you need in place, and you can see the positives making a real impact.
Nigel has signed on for 3 years. He said Premier League within 3 years, hopefully sooner the better. You agree with that vision? You think that's achievable?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're all here for. We wouldn't be building this place to sit where we are. The football climate's interesting at the moment. It's difficult. Obviously, the finances have been difficult in the whole of football, so it's going to make the summer very interesting in that respect. Yeah. But at the same time, there's an opportunity. We've got a lot of flexibility now in the squad in terms of personnel. So it's definitely a good time to be starting out on something to it's continuing our history, but it's definitely a new part going forward.